Welcome to this episode of CNTV. I'm Brad Clonch along with Quin Tran. We continue mitigation efforts to prevent serious illness from COVID-19.
Chickasaw Nation health officials say responsible distancing, face coverings, and vaccinations are the best defense against COVID-19 and its variants.
So we are surging with our fourth wave of coronavirus right now. This is the Delta variant phase. This Delta variant is, for every infected person, they're going to infect 5 to 8 more people. And so some of those will be vaccinated, but the vast majority of the people that they will infect will be non-vaccinated. Of those persons that are non-vaccinated, you are going to have a more severe course typically than if you were vaccinated. On top of that, some people, and we don't know who that is, are going to succumb to this virus and perish. And that is a tragedy that is completely and utterly avoidable. Please get vaccinated.
Follow the latest information on COVID-19 and its impact on the Chickasaw Nation by visiting the tribe's website, chickasaw.net, and on social media platforms. Vaccinations continue to be available to everyone at no cost. Visit covidvaccine.chickasaw.net to schedule your vaccine appointment.
We want to share again information about the Intertribal Blood Donation Challenge. The Chickasaw Nation is encouraging citizens, employees, and others in the community to donate blood. The supply is low in Oklahoma. Go to the link on your screen for more information, including upcoming donation events hosted by the Chickasaw Nation.
Due to the ongoing pandemic and for the safety of citizens and communities, the Chickasaw Nation will celebrate the tribe's annual meeting and festival virtually. The virtual gathering is set for September 25th through October 2nd. Experience everything the annual meeting and festival has to offer online at annualmeeting.chickasaw.net. See the latest schedule and explore videos, photos, and more.
In other news, Chickasaw citizen Matison Worcester is the recipient of the Louie LeFlore Grant Foreman Scholarship. The Intertribal Council of the 5 Civilized Tribes of Oklahoma presents the scholarship every year to a student pursuing a degree in nursing or other health-related field. Matison is working on her nursing degree at East Central University. She says the nurses working in this pandemic are inspirational.
I think it's so amazing to see how nurses can go all day and put their heart and soul into their work and then come home and take care of their family. I just think that's so rewarding and just shows how strong that they are. And that just makes me excited, and I'm going to be proud to be a nurse.
Matison says she's interested in pediatrics, but is eager to experience other areas of healthcare to decide on a nursing specialty.
The college years are exciting and challenging for students and their families. The Chickasaw Recruitment and Retention Program helps support Chickasaw students make strong connections.
Chocakalimpi translates in Chickasaw as strong home. And so our student centers provide a strong home for our students as they're away from their families. And we really want to support and encourage them and rally behind them so that they're successful on their college experience. We have a wonderful space and place for students to come and gather. And primarily, we want them to establish a relationship with our staff because we want to support students in their efforts and on their journey during their college years. And the program is located on the University of Oklahoma, the University of Central Oklahoma, Oklahoma City Community College, and Murray State College. And we are so excited because we will be expanding to East Central University very soon. There is a need for this program, and when we look at where our Chickasaw students attend our institutions, we are looking to expand to those institutions where we have the highest population of students attending.
The staff does wonderful work to help students navigate the college process from year 1 through graduation and beyond. Get connected and learn more by visiting this web address.
All of the great publications the Chickasaw Press and White Dog Press are known for are found here at the retail outlet in Ada, Oklahoma, as well as online at chickasawpress.com. There are 4 great new titles this year. We connected recently with Mary Ruth Barnes to learn more about her first novel, Little Bird. It's historical fiction based on real events and real people. The main character is her great-great-grandmother.
Her name is Esther McClish. The story I was told by my grandfather, her father said that she squeaked when she was little like a little bird. And so they ended up calling her Little Bird. And I believe that we were a part of the Bird Clan, so that was common for those kind of names to come out. It was in Indian Territory in the period of 1855 to 1907. And what was so wonderfully surprising to me is when I started doing the research, and I'm going to pull this out just so you can see the size and the volume of this. This is 78 pages of her interviews with the Dawes commissioners. That I found in the records. Now, I could look up 10, 12, 13 other people that I know of, non-relatives, relatives. None of them have 78 pages. I mean, they'll have 4, 5, maybe 10. But her whole life history is here. And it was just amazing how many times she struggled to get to different places by wagon or by horseback to do these interviews, because she married and outlived 4 Chickasaw men and had 5 children under those 4 Chickasaw men. And her struggles was that she wanted to get them a roll number. And the last one was the last story that she told. And as she talked about her life, she was probed by these Dawes commissioners, everything that they could probe to her about why she was married to this man, how long, how many children she had with this one, what happened to him, how did he die. And so her life story just evolved in front of me. And it was so full of cattle rustling and drama and love. And it was all because of the questions that they asked her. And I thought her story has to be told.
Visit chickasawpress.com to pre-order the book. All of the new titles may be pre-ordered. The official release is September 30th. A Chickasaw student attending Texas A&M University says she's grown over the past year.
The pandemic created challenges for Olivia Parker, a performance studies major. She turned those challenges into a transformative learning experience.
We were looking for solutions. I was talking to a friend and we talked about using plexiglass or some more expensive options to keep COVID particles from crossing over. And my dad had just been to the post office where they were using shower curtains to block off the different lanes when you go up to the counter. And it was a bit of a crazy idea, but I had also seen lots of photos and videos of nursing homes and grandparents using shower curtains to be able to hug their family members. So we went with that and it kind of worked. We had to rehearse on the volleyball courts at Texas A&M indoors because there were no smaller spaces that would let us in for safety, which I totally understand. But Andrew and I, my dance partner, are on the volleyball courts trying to figure out and build this choreography. We hadn't met before. This was my first time working with him. So it was COVID, new partnership, shower curtain, volleyball court, volleyball players very interested in what's going on. We built the first section of the choreography without the shower curtain just to make things a little bit easier. And then the first time we did the first section of choreography in its entirety, Andrew threw the shower curtain over one of the volleyball nets. So it was that partition. And we both got quite emotional and had to stop because suddenly, even though it was a stranger, not being able to touch and connect in the same way impacted us really deeply. And I became very interested in that moment, and it became the research question for my undergraduate thesis. But I think it's very telling that in just a few, I think it was about 45 minutes of like in-person contact, that we were already, this sounds sad, but lonely enough already from the pandemic to feel that loss of contact quite deeply.
This collaboration involved dance, music, lyrics, performing.
We were unable to have an audience because of COVID restrictions, but I did connect with 3 other students at A&M, Nick J, who wrote and produced the song and the lyrics, after probably a 4-hour Zoom conversation where we compared experiences during the pandemic. Ember January, who is a dancer and did the video for us and the editing, and Andrew Harris, who jumped on board last minute to dance with a stranger from a mass email list that went out to all the Aggie students. None of us knew each other. We had never worked together before, but it ended up being the right team. It was a video. It was planned as a video because it was the easiest way to share the work with a lot of people during the COVID-19 pandemic. From a producer's perspective, I was looking at it as a way to keep my performers safe. But when I became the performer, I was mostly interested in what it would feel like and what safety measures would be necessary to create safely during the pandemic, which became my undergraduate thesis that I just completed in May.
At the end of the experience, what do you feel like you gained or answered? Did you answer your thesis?
I believe so. Something the team kept running into is, this project is hard. This project is hard, and I don't like not being able to have contact with you. This project is hard. It's because it's taking longer to send emails back and forth. In the end, it was worth it, not only because I think we created something really beautiful, but for us, it was a physical and hands-on experience of creative problem solving, which is a good life skill, but the only way that I think any of us got through the pandemic. It was a really beautiful outcome. My favorite part is when the 2 characters figure out how to use the restrictions upon them, not being able to touch, as a way to continue to move together, tell a story of 2 people who are separated both mentally and physically that find their way back to each other. There's a moment at the very end where they put their fingers on the shower curtain and walk off like this into the sunset, and it's just a close-up. So they continue in their lives together even after the piece ends.
Through this experience, you really did understand the art of storytelling in a very challenging way.
It solidified my drive to become a performance artist. I've always enjoyed the different aspects of performing. I danced for several years. I enjoyed doing music and making music. But that was the project where I was like, yep, this is it. This is what all the skills I have been building throughout my life is going to go towards. Right now, I'm looking at getting my Master's of Fine Arts in Physical and Devised Theater, which is the best of dance and the best of theater and the best of circus all squished together. I'm really excited about it, and I hope to continue to tell stories.
Olivia's project is titled These Walls. You may view the project on YouTube under the channel Olivia Grace Creates.
Olivia is a senior this fall at Texas A&M University. Expect to see more of her work in the years to come. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of CNTV. Quinn and I will see you back here soon.